This is Will Viola. He's won 3 races this season. This is Skylar Dent. He's also won 3 races this season. The question for race number 7 is, who will beat these outlaws tonight on ORB? And welcome to OSCC at Watkins Glen with Zach Armstrong. This is Robbie Gilvin. Apologies for the late start. But anyway, we are here at Watkins Glen International in the Finger Lakes of New York. Quite the road course here, Zach. And basically, I'd describe this almost like the super speedway of road courses because everybody knows this. A lot of people love it. A lot of people have a love-hate relationship with it too. What are your thoughts on how this race is going to go, especially compared to the last road course race?
Courses, mainly because this is one of the more well-known road courses across the community. Whereas Pukehoe, I'm be dead honest, I think that's the only time I've seen anyone run Pukehoe, if I'm pronouncing that right. But this track, you see almost every. Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, this track you see almost every league run it at least once a season, if not once every other season. It's kind of like the people's road course, I guess you could say. It's well-knownness could be compared to Sonoma, as both have been the traditional, I guess you could say, road courses on the NASCAR schedule in the recent few years, I guess you could say. But this track has just fit people's glove a bit better than, Sonoma or other courses you might have seen.
Right, and this is for lack of a better term, this would be almost like a like a working man's road course, just the simplicity of it. Hidden in its simplicity, though, there's quite a few quirks to this track. Bus stop, the carousel. You got to have your car pointed a decent or a certain direction and keep it that way. And you got to be up on the wheel at all times at this track, no matter your skill level. Watching the number 84 Red Bull Ford of Crystal Bennett here, driving for the team racing. She is currently 7th on the timesheet. Jonathan Salos is fastest on the time chart right now with 1:11.3. Flandre Wilson 2nd with about a 10th off. The top 3 are right within 0.2 of each other. It's going to be quite the competitive race, I think. As we saw in the intro graphic, Skylar Dunn and Will Viola are basically undefeated, 3 wins each this season, and this is race number 7. So this, if anybody has a shot, this would probably be the shot for them to snap that streak.
Yeah, especially Jonathan Salos is pretty well known about, or I say pretty well known. He's known to be good at these road courses, especially this being his own league. I assume he's behind some of the setups, so a little bit more knowledge there. We'll see if he can put something there together. He's obviously top of the timesheet right now. We'll see how that reflects in the race.
Right, and as we watch Crystal Bennett take a hard lick, they're going to go to qualifying here. And I believe we'll be right back with the race and your starting lineup here on ORB tonight. So we'll be right back. We are back at Watkins Glen, and you're riding along with your pole sitter, Will Viola. Not a surprise there. He has been your winner of the 3 of the past 6 races. And see if we can't get a shot with Skylar Den here. There's Skylar Den right behind him. Funny enough, a little bit of servers bugging out. I don't know if that's just me. In any case, Skylar Den, I think, starts 3rd, right? Or no, 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
P4.
Yeah, so your 2 winners for the whole season are up around the top 4. But they're also going to be flanked by Flandre Wilson if she's on track. Yep, there she is. Flandre Wilson will be starting 3rd. And naturally, your road course ace, who is right chair in the Susan G. Komen car, supporting breast cancer awareness, is Jonathan Salos. He's going to start P2 for the evening. Very I'd say quite the tight grouping with the qualifying sheet. I think we broke the
top 3 all of a second.
Yeah, we broke the 1 minute 10-second barrier qualifying with Will Viola's. As Salos tries out some of his secret tricks to try to beat the 2 winners of the season. Brandon Beal, right chair, and the 37 JetBlue Ford. Riding along the backstretch here. What do you think, Austin Barnett, thinking he's won the race already? But yeah, what do you think it's going to take to win and really be competitive here at the Glen besides just sheer lap time?
Yeah, I think strategy could be a thing. You got 27 laps on the tank. I wouldn't trust that into fruition. Probably be 25 laps if you're safe. Just say it's like that. So 20, or actually no, it was 20 laps on the tank. It's a 27 lap race. So you're gonna have to pit once by the looks of it. And assuming it stays green, I think timing that pit stop is going to be very crucial. Do you want it to be in like the first half of the stint? Do you want to cut it in half, or do you want to wait as long as possible in that fuel range?
Right. So yeah, pretty much like you said. I figure stay out of trouble, keep your tires under you, save enough gas. Just be not gonna win it on the first lap regardless. So as we have a little bit of time and happy hour remaining here, we've actually had an early session. We will actually go ahead and cut away for just a second, get the starting grid together and everything. We will be right back. All right, we are back at the Glen. Everybody's gridding up for the start. See him sitting right there. So why don't we go ahead?
Start your engines.
There's the command right there. Drivers, start your engines. Why don't we take a look at our... why don't we go on and take a look at our starting grid for this event? On the front row, William Viola and Jonathan Salos. Row 2 is Flandre Wilson and Skylar Den. Row 3 consists of Brandon Beal and Alex Hunt, Cole Mather and Jarrett Gravoy in row 4. Jonathan Ward and Kenny Campos in row 5 as the pace car pulls in. Row 6 is Dan Silla and Austin Barnett, Dragons, Dylan Viola, Thomas Troxel, and Crystal Bennett, and that rounds out your field. And it looks like we're going to be taking us a green flag here momentarily. Rolling it down, boogity boogity. Let's go racing, y'all. Down into turn 1 they go. Still side by side for the lead here. Switch cameras going up the hill here to the S's. So I understand our ticker might be having technical difficulties, so bear with us. We will keep giving you a rundown of the leaders as we go along. Coming down the back straightaway, Jonathan Salo still side by side with Will Viola as they head to the bus stop for the first time. This is another one of those danger zones that could lead a bunch of drivers into trouble. A lot of people getting sideways there. Looks like they've made it
Nice
through.
saves there from the 11 and 23.
Right. I believe we made it through without incident, though. Yeah. If they can get to this first lap, the race will be official. Still, obviously still... Oh, big lock up from the 23 of Wilson there. She almost shot the corner right up. We got to keeping it back going. So don't overdrive yourself. Don't overdrive the car. First lap is complete, and Will Viola is your leader. Shock of shocks. The pace car is not part of the field. Quit going to the pace car. Jonathan Salos is in second place. Flandre Wilson third. Skylar Den fourth. Alex Hunt is hanging on to fifth. But he's got a whale of a battle there with Brandon Beal and Cole Mather. Connection's a little shaky. It makes it look like the cars are more sideways than they actually are. We'll stay with the battle here for the lead for the moment. What'd you catch?
Another thing to note, if we end up having restarts, Jonathan or Race Control did say that they did not make a restart zone, so just keep that in mind.
Just
I think they're just going to do it off the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like our ticker is having technical difficulties at the moment, but we'll keep giving you rundowns with the lead and such. Oh, whoa, Flandre went wide. Beal goes really wide. He's almost through the grass there in the final turn.
I had a similar issue with ticker at DSRA Kansas.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened, actually. Never did figure that out.
The thing is, we've resized the stream, so maybe I need to center it back up or whatever. But technical glitches aside, we're running quite well here at the moment. Nobody's spun completely around yet. We've got cars driving. They're hanging it all out. Cole Mather through the grass. Ooh, that was close. Tight racing up through the S. So that's one of, I'd say, too wide is kind of a necessary evil through there if you're passing somebody, but
it's risky.
Yeah, this is where a lot of people have been getting caught out at the bus stop. See, look at Gravoy getting loose. Troxel all over Gravoy. Going to make the pass, and that is for 9th, I believe. Or 8th. That'll be 8th place when they come back around. I thought I just heard skidding. Nah, it was just them making the corner. Ooh, Dragons got through the grass there. Saving it. But, a lot of people are already starting to struggle with the handle on their car, and it ain't but lap 4, I think, 3 or 4.
Like I said, with the fuel window opening, you got to think about tires as well. You could manage that run based on tires. You can manage it based on fuel. Either way, it's going to be very important how you manage it.
Right. And the more tire you save, kind of the more fuel you save, because obviously you're not charging as hard. I mean, we got trouble somewhere.
Viola got really loose entering one, but they saved it.
Oh, we got a battle here.
Dylan
Barnett,
Viola.
yeah. Barnett and Bennett. Say that 5 times fast. They had a little tizzy there. Troxel slamming those curbs. Cycling through the field, Flandre Wilson driving her brains out, trying to stay with them. I think
Yeah.
Viola,
Yeah,
I believe, is
locking
far
it
and
up here
away
and
the fastest car on track. Ran a 1:11.2 last time by. Yeah, he's far and away the fastest car on the racetrack.
Yeah. Flandre's fastest lap was the last around 1:11.6, to give you an idea.
Right. Let's see. And that fastest lap of the race so far is at 1:11.2. Quite the rundown. See, I believe Cole Mather has worked his way into the top 5 through that mess. Top 4 pretty much remain unchanged from the start. Mather and Bueller having a ding-dong battle for top 5 position. Dragons going wide. Oh, contact there. Campos at the 39 slides, just nicks the tire barrier. I think he'll keep going. No damage. Single car, of course. With these the road course style yellows, the only way you will get a crash is if it's a multi-car, like a good 2 to 3
Hearing something
multi-car
happened in
incident
the
or a flip.
carousel.
Trouble in the carousel.
23 spun around.
She's lost 2 or 3 spots from that slide.
Yeah, and that tire's not looking... I imagine those tires aren't happy.
Oh, Lord, I'm going to be surprised that tire go down. Troxel
Locking up
charging.
several times.
Yeah.
Ooh, peeling the wall off of the final turn.
Yeah. These people are digging like it's the last lap.
Oh, and 23 just nicks the 37.
Oh, boy, we got an incident there. I think they
That
kept,
didn't look too clean.
It looked like it kept it straight. 37's not going to be happy. Drives right into the 23. Puts her in the wall. Brandon Beal, not happy.
Imagine not.
Brandon Beal not happy about getting wrecked right there. First time I've got to use this graphic all season. We got the wrecked graphic here. That's not going to be a caution, of course, but that's going to get looked at. I wouldn't be surprised to see this man in the doghouse next week.
Yeah. He may end up at the top of our penalty report after it's all said and done, but we'll see.
And Flan was
Still another 20 laps though.
Yeah, Flan getting bullied. That was, but no, we got the we caught that live. That was quite obviously an intentional swipe at her. Oh, Troxel all over the back of Alex Hunt for 6th position.
Yeah, it's just a dogfight. Whenever anyone gets up to anybody, they were like, all right, I got to get this position in now.
Yeah. And 23 going to come to pit road. I think she's going to get some tires. Getting bullied all to hell by the competition. You know, she ain't done nothing wrong to anybody yet. I mean, oh, Dragons just nailed the wall off the final corner hard. Meanwhile,
I mean, in terms of the question for fuel on that 23 car, I think it's going to be close. Imagine if they run this to the end, they save enough gas.
I say if the tire, depending on how the tire works, she could pull that strategy and try to save and outfox everybody, but I think it's too early for it to work. But
I agree. Not to mention how much tires they use in that first run. I don't know how hard they're going to push in the second run.
Right.
They may have to go on a 2-stop just with that in mind, but we'll see how conservative they are.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back up front, still Will Viola, your leader, but Jonathan Salos here in second is maintaining the gap. And he's actually ran a lap about half a second quicker that time around than Viola. So may have something here, something to finally dethrone Will Viola, become the 3rd different winner of the season, possibly.
His fastest lap isn't anything fancy compared to Viola's, but still quick.
I say his car and his driving style, he's got staying power through it. Oh, they're going to catch at the bus stop. Yeah, look at Salos had a much cleaner line through the bus stop, hitting the curbs less, not hitting them as hard.
78 pitting this time.
Right. Makes sense with that lick he took in the wall. And 23 back on pit road. I think she may have got a penalty.
Yeah, that's pretty much race over in terms of just contendability.
Ooh, little swabble there from the 14 of Salos, just clipping that grass off turn 11.
Yeah. Definitely catching that 27 now down to 4/10 of a second.
Oh yeah, that's
if I'm counting that right.
Yeah, that last lap from Salos was 3/10 quicker than Viola. Viola needs just to put together some clean laps and more focus on the track ahead. If Salos gets around him, so be it. Can outfox him on strategy. If it comes to him down the bus stop, I feel like if Salos is going to make us move anywhere. Oh, loose through the grass. What a save from the 27 of Viola, slipping and sliding.
Yeah. Again, that window, it's pretty much open from now until you run out of gas. So.
Oh, look at this block getting thrown for the race for the lead here between Salos and Viola, slipping and sliding like they're at a Diddy party. They're side by side coming into the final turn. Meanwhile, third place is doing third place things. Salos has the nose, but Viola got the power off the final turn. Give that lap to Viola. Meanwhile, Flandre Wilson lapped. Skylar Dennis moved up to third from that shenanigan. Wilson on fresher tires, so she's naturally probably going to catch the 2 leaders. Cole Mather wiggling around like a gummy worm off of the final turn. We got quite the battle here for 5th, also between Hunt and Beal. Check on the battle for the lead. It's kind of calmed down. Crystal Bennett and Dragons racing for position. No, actually, no. Dragons is lapped down. He pitted. Crystal Bennett getting around there. The biggest battle for position on track is this 4th, 5th, and 6th cluster here between Brandon Beal, Alex Hunt, and Thomas Troxel. Do I have those numbers right? No. It's 5th, 6th, and 7th. Excuse me. The gummy worm rolls away in 4th. But, golly, even with the poor connection, they look like they're clouting the curbs hard.
Yeah, Troxel, he's pushing all the way right now. I don't think there's any saving in mind in that 10 cars.
Yeah.
I'd imagine he might split this thing in half.
I don't think there's any saving going on with the 14 or the 27. Look at this. The 14 took the lead while we were away, and the 27 dive bombs the ever-loving hell out of that turn as they lap Jonathan Ward in the 62. They're going to come up to the S's, see if Salos can't take another swipe at him. Viola's not going to be denied, it looks like. There. Pasta's there. Going to give him a shove through the top of the S's, coming on the back straightaway. Going to go to the outside. They're coming up on the lap car, Kenny Campos in the 39.
That's in line by that 27.
Yeah. That was a good, tidy line through their good defensive line. See if Salos can't... he's going to try to dime in the corner, get the run off, cut low. That didn't quite work that time. Didn't have the grip. Here they go around the 39. 39 going to give way. We're going to give this lap to Viola unless something catastrophic goes wrong or they go through the twitching through the grass again. 62 coming to pit road. Crystal Bennett lap down. Cars lap down. Okay. Looks like the 37 of Beal has caught Cole Mather. Going to try to take the outside through the final corner to get the position and just might stick. 2 wheels on the grass. And it sticks. Give that position to Beal.
Hold on. Mather's going to try that tree into 1, but 37 out brakes looks like.
Yeah, I think Cole's... I think the other guys have just more pace than Mather does. Troxel's hanging tough right behind in the number 10.
Two leaders have dumped 16 seconds on Skylar Den there in
Whiz.
P3. I am halfway up.
They're having their own little private battle. Might as well
Tyler's going
put-
to try for it again here. Never mind.
Yeah. Skylar on the 2 leaders on their own private. 23 in the grass, sliding, saves it, keeps it straight down the backstretch. She's trying hard to keep back
like,
up.
oh, get out.
Yeah, 23's trying hard to make up for lost time. Which,
78 hurt
a
a
little bit of a warp there. 23. I'm going to keep an eye on this. The 37, I think, is catching the 23 just in case. I don't think the 23 would retaliate, but I won't put it out in the realm of possibility exactly. Cutting back to the battle up front, still the same old song and dance. These two have pulled a massive gap between themselves and third place, Skylar Den. Which means, too, if they get in trouble and they get in catastrophic trouble, Skylar Den could run away with it. But these are two of the best drivers in this league. I don't see that happening. But, again, stranger things have happened in OSCC racing. Our ticker.
And Solos.
Pitting. Coming to pit road, 14 car. Gonna try to out Fox on pit stop. Thought I saw a car in the grass for a moment. I think it was just dragging, gathering it back up.
I think Solos is a lone ranger with it on this time around.
Right.
Other than Mather.
That could help him. That could hurt him. While we have a little bit of
Not a
moment
huge
here.
undercut.
Right. Excuse me. Yeah, we're right about
It's
halfway.
an undercut nonetheless.
Yeah. It's about the time for everybody to come in anyway. It's lap 14. So you'll see the ticker, our orb ticker is down at the second, so we're using the regular and our ticker underneath it. Obviously, Will Violan in the lead. Jonathan Solos will probably fall back. Skylar Den, Brandon Thomas Troxel. Here comes the 27 down pit road. Jonathan Ward coming in too. Several drivers staying back out. Crystal Bennett gets major loose. Skylar Den, I think, is going to be promoted to second at the moment. Well, no, he's pitting. I think everybody's going to. Most everybody's coming in this time for their pit stops, I believe. Beals in.
I wouldn't be shocked to see some guys try to run this to the end of the strategy, or stretch a little bit more than this. Not exactly to the end, but stretch a little longer. Hope for a caution.
So this is going to give, Solos stays third for the moment during the pit cycle. I think he's going to cycle back out to second. He might cycle out with the lead now that I think about it. Will Viola leaving the pits behind him. I'll have to check on the telemetry here once I cross the line again, but Solos may have outfoxed Viola on pit strategy.
Now it's just from here to the end on how hard I guess really just pushing and then managing that gap.
Yeah, Viola's going to have to put together some killer laps to try and catch. We're going to go on board with him. Check the telemetry once they cross the line. See that right on board Will Viola. That little pink blip there is Solos. In the way with Viola, I'd expect that pink blip to turn into a pink blob to turn into a car within a few laps. Gonna cut back.
I don't think these guys had identical stops either. I think if I had to guess, I think that 27 may have had a slower stop as well.
I would guess so. Yeah, that is. Yeah, Salos has pulled about a 4.5 second gap on Viola, just on the pit stop cycle.
Hearing from 22 that they have lost second gear.
Tell them to go find it.
Or, not second, but third.
So that's first and second there, five seconds apart from each other. 28 seconds back, Skylar Den in third, hanging tough.
Yeah, that lead went up about 10 seconds there over that pit stop. Goodness.
And yeah, they're charging like hell for the finish. Brandon Beal up here in fourth. We're gonna have a battle for fourth now with Cole Mather and Beal. A little bit further back, Thomas Trox on the 10. Further back still is the lap cars of Dragons of Kenny Campos. Alex Hunt, 7th. Give 8th to Austin Barnett. Flandre Wilson recovering to 9th. Lord knows she's going to charge. I think that was your 10th place driver, Jarek Gravoy, having a quiet day, as is Dan Silla. Go back up here with Will Viola, new fastest lap of the race, a 1:11.0.
Goodness, that's 2/10 faster than the other one.
Yeah. Shaved about almost a full second off of Salas' lead. He is focused. Yeah.
Cashing was one thing, getting around him is a whole nother ball game.
Right. And Pasta's last lap was a 1:11.7. So if Viola's smart about catching, doesn't overdo it, this could be a good battle for the win. So there's a very realistic shot that Jonathan Salas can become the third different winner this season for the 7th race.
7 races.
It's crazy. It's the sheer dominance of the two, of the 27 and 11. I believe they're teammates. Oh! The leader just spun. The 14 had spun hard into the wall. There goes the 27 into the lead. Heartbreak for Jonathan Salos. Spinning it in the final corner. Viola's going to run off and hide.
Like the back end of the 14 got in the gas, and that was all she wrote.
Golly, that was commentator's curse. It's a good thing we don't have any in-race reporters.
Another thing to note, that 11 car is way back there, so I don't think the battle for second is going to be in the
cards, right?
In the cards at all.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if that doesn't mean Viola won't make the same mistake, though. Let's see, 14 still only lost about 3 or 4 seconds, maybe 5 seconds. But I don't think he really scuffed his tires up that much from that spin. He took a hard shot, but.
Regardless, I think the clear tire advantage goes to 7. I think it's just kind of come down to pace if he does try to come back and catch him.
Let's say fuel strategy. I guess they're should be all good to go on fuel, right?
Yeah, I don't think they'll have to pit again.
Yeah. We still could have a chance of a caution if somebody gets stuck in the tire wall or rolls their car. That's not out of the realm of possibility.
Not over yet.
22 just slid off track into the tires, I think. We get it. He kept it together. He's back rolling.
Rough night for that 22.
Should we rookie in this series?
Yeah. I'll start somewhere.
Yeah. I think Salos. I don't think Salos is going to gain. He's running consistently slower times than Viola.
I don't think Den's catching Salos either.
So I'm barring anything crazy, I think we'll probably have Viola's 4th win of the season.
Furthermore, I don't think there's going to be much changes in the top 5 either.
Right.
Stroxel might have something.
Guess we'll be replaying that People's Court graphic again next week, barring any changes in the leadership of the race. I had to change Viola's thing to 4 wins. It's 8:34 p.m. on the East Coast. Do you know where your children are tonight? They better be at Watkins Glen with this race here. The Where's the Cheese 56 at Watkins Glen. Will Viola is your leader by a considerable margin over Jonathan Salos in second, who held the lead himself by a considerable margin before making a mistake in the final corner. Looping it, slapping the wall, but getting back going. And all the way back here in the S's is Skylar Den. That gap between, that's a 25-second gap between second and third. The 27 and 14 are just, oh, look out. We got a spinner in the carousel. Flandre Wilson up against the guardrail. She's going again. Kicked up a lot
Rough night
of
for
dirt.
that 23.
Rough, very rough night. Which, that's going to put her closer to Brandon Beal, who shipped her intentionally early on. Let's watch some actual battles here. Let's check out this battle for fifth, I think, between Cole Mather and Chalmers Troxel. This could get spicy here soon. I'm not particularly...
Yeah, we've seen it in this first run where that 12 car was kind of losing it. They're losing that advantage towards the end of the run. I'm starting to see this a little bit now.
Yeah. So I can get to the correct car. There we go. Cole Mather just flew off the track in turn one. He's back going. That's gonna give that's gonna give the position to Troxel. I need to shut my damn mouth.
What are you gonna do? You gotta talk about something, and if something happens to the person you're talking to, that's just fate speaking. At least it's my opinion on it.
Yeah. Will Viola Meyer deep in lap traffic, still running decent lap time. Making good lap time. The gap is only about 6.7 seconds as of the last... Okay, it's increased to 7.3. So, a Will Viola win is not certain by any means. We've got two lap cars racing for position directly ahead of him.
Very likely, though.
Yeah. Dylan Viola's brother's going to get out of the way. But, Whoa! Don't believe this. Dylan Viola just cleaned out his brother in the bus stop. Multiple car crash in the bus stop. Is that going to be a caution? They're back rolling.
They did.
And
throw
the 27
yellow.
not happy. 27 not happy with the 22. Understandably so. Caution flag is out,
Caution's
correct?
out.
Caution flag
Yep,
is
Salas
out for
is-
tonight. First caution.
Salas is taking that.
Jonathan Salos, your leader, your new leader.
I'm just talking about that commentator's curse there.
Eee. This changes everything. This changes everything, Zach. It's going to put a lot of people on even keel now. First caution of the race.
This is gonna late in it too. This is gonna be a very interesting.
They're at 5 to go. This is right at the end of right before the point of no return, I think. So this is
Yeah, it's gonna be guns blazing from everybody to the end.
This is going to be a knockdown, drag out, balls out, dash to the finish.
10-4 on that.
Honestly,
I don't imagine.
I say we caught it live, so I don't think we need a replay, but it was quite obvious. The 22, I think, got too low into the wall there, bounced off of it, bounced right into the leader.
A brotherly love there from Dylan.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Maybe not.
We're gonna pull. I think we're gonna pull the graphic
no.
out, Zach. I think we're gonna pull the graphic out. I think Will Viola wrecked tonight.
And obviously you don't want to see that, but again, I think it's just a rookie mistake from the 22, trying to again let their brother by in the back straight.
Yeah,
But
you can
went
see the skid
lower
marks. You
and
can
then-
see the skid marks. I think he locked up the brakes trying to. He may have overcooked the corner, trying to
yeah,
get through
probably
there.
probably drove it the same way they would have if we were on the higher line and assumed it would have stuck the same
Right.
way, but unfortunately it didn't.
A little bit of a difficulty there. So yeah, it looks like this is gonna pull. Everybody's gonna be coming to pit road for sure, unless somebody's stupid enough to stay out. Frankly, a lot of
You
people.
could see a couple mad lads stay out.
Yeah, I think the first car 1 lap down is the 23 of Flandre Wilson. So I think she's going to get the wave around here. That's going to put her back into the hunt.
That'll be interesting.
That's going to be putting her back into competition. Everybody going to come in, take tires, fix their cars up. But we still got people catching. 48 and the 62 still catching the pace car. As is the 39, the 06, and the 7. Or have they just pitted? Or I don't know if they went ahead and just pitted or if pits were open at that time, but I don't believe so. Here they come down pit road now. I have to keep an eye on the proceedings here, see how things go. I want to take the wide shot as the leaders come to pit road. Let's see who gets out first from this angle. This is quite the good angle, actually. Oh, that was close.
These guys stayed out around the late lap.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think.
look at that entry that Viola took.
Yeah, I think they're all laps down. So yeah, Viola took a shallow.
Took that entry.
Took a shallow entry. That may box the 14 in. And, well,
Well,
14
but it
gets
won't be
out
enough.
first. Yeah. 14 got a good exit off of there. So, as they come back to the pace car, Jonathan Salos is going to be your leader.
Flandre.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're. I don't think they're lead lap, but.
Flandre's the wave around, so she'll be. Whoa. Got to whoop for the pace car here on the backstretch. I think they're gonna be choosing this time. The lights are off. Dragons stayed out to get the wave around.
All right, so
As did
add their laps.
Yeah. As did.
There's not enough time to.
They're gonna fall back and get their laps added. So yeah, Dragons, Bennett, and Ward.
Leave the 14. 14 sped.
Uh-oh. That's not good. 14 has, I believe, he's fallen to the back of the pack. So that's gonna open it up for Sky. These two people winning all the damn races, they're gonna be up here. They're gonna be choosing coming out of the carousel. But I know Salos is gonna be charging like crazy coming to the deal there because they're gonna be going green with 3 to go.
Going to be interesting to see what happens. I don't imagine this is going to be the most clean of ends to a race, but we'll see.
Yeah, the chaos starts now. Everybody choosing. They're on the backstretch.
Viola taking that defensive entry into 1, looks like, with that shoes.
Right. He's going to have the preferred lane. So, yeah. Den on the left, Viola on the right for row 1. Row 2, Mather on the left, Beal on the right, excuse me. Salos really didn't fall that far back. He took row 3 on the left. See what he can do with it. Here they come to the green flag.
2, no, cup dash.
It's a 3-lap dash.
3-lap dash.
Here we go.
Yep.
Back green.
Oh, already.
Oh, big wreck. Big
Cars
wreck
in
in
the
the
back
back.
wrecking.
Crystal Bennett. Big wreck. Big wreck. They're
Corner
back. They're
return,
back
if I'm
going.
not
They're back
mistaken.
going. They're back going. That was interesting. That was a very interesting thing. Bennett is.
Ben had a bad corner there. Allows him to be able to take P2. Thomas Troxel on the move.
Den charging. Salos charging. Everybody charging. Troxel bouncing off the curb.
Trying to get everything they can.
Coming down through the bus stop. All this traffic is just
Looking at
going to
that 10
let
car.
Viola run away.
The highest that Ken car has been up all night. Same with 37. I think that 10, it's push time. He's usually pretty good at
He's good and
just
aggressive. He's got to get all
that
he can
point.
get. Yep.
There's a position change from 2. But right now, Viola coming to the 2 to go.
2 to go, Mark. Yep.
Point of the race.
Still a decent gap. I thought Viola would have pulled away a little bit further by now. I think he's getting ready to start that. Look at him. Look at Bill charging that turn. Wow.
First time he's had that kind of clean open space all race. Hasn't really had that track position before.
Not a lot
Same
of
with
space to
Troxel.
breathe, exactly. Meanwhile, Salos is stuck back here in traffic behind Mather. We got, Beal. Bounced it off the wall, I think. Yeah.
So that's going to give Troxel going to try to take advantage.
Troxel, excuse me.
Charging.
Tricycle. Shit. Troxel going to charge it. All this battling, though, is going to let Will Viola run away with the race. If Salos can't make up time, Troxel going to try to make up time, but just on sheer pace, Viola's got everybody beat and then some.
Coming to the white flag this time.
Troxel gets loose again. They're going to kill each other for charging. Coming to the white flag this time by. One to go.
The wind's probably unlocked, but this is for a second. It's getting spicy.
Anything can happen. White flag's out. There we go. Last lap. Salos is charging. It's not going to be enough, though. He should have charged a lap or two ago. But, they're going to be 3 wide over here, dead in the grass, letting them go. Viola with a comfortable lead. Troxel second, Beal third. I think they're all teammates.
Interesting.
I think that's the, I can't remember the team name, but that's 1, 2, 3 right there.
Yep. All Fords. Highest running non-Ford is P4, Mr. Jonathan Salos.
Right. And, battles all over the racetrack for position. Let's see, yeah. I think Will's got
just more corners to go.
2 more corners. Will could bend it. You never know. I think Will's got it, though. Coming to the checker. Coming to the checker. Troxel keeping it together. Keeping it together. We got battle for 5th. Will Viola wins at the Glen. But we got a battle for 5th. They door each other. Coming to the line. It's a photo finish. Den got it by a nose.
Ben gets it.
That was a finish. And Will Viola, your race winner for the 4th time this season at Watkins Glen, keeping the two-headed serpent alive of race winners this season between himself and Skylar Den. Flandre Wilson, I don't think is going to be too happy with Brandon Beal. I'm sure she's looking for him.
I feel like the feelings are probably mutual there.
Right.
Interesting. We'll see how interesting that
I was
report will
going
be.
to say we'll see how that turns out. So let's start our post-race show. Let's see if we can get Will Viola in here for the win. As we wait on Will Viola to show up, our standings as they sit right now, Will Viola wins the race at an average speed of 109.036 miles an hour. Thomas Troxel finishing second, 2.17 seconds back. Brandon Beal third. Jonathan Salos recovering to 4th. Skylar Den 5th. Cole Mather 6th. Austin Barnett with a good run in 7th. Alex Hunt 8th. Dan Silla hanging on to a top 10, as does Jarrett Gravoy in 10th. Flandre Wilson finishing 11th. Crystal Bennett 12th. Jonathan Ward 13th. Finishing 14th, 1 lap down is Kenny Campos, excuse me. 15th, 3 laps down is Dylan Viola. And Dragons is the only car that DNF'd to the race.
User joined your channel.
There's our race winner, son of a bitch. Win number 4 this season, Will. When are you and Skylar going to share victory lane, man?
Yeah, we have the season.
Yeah. But no, figured road courses, this Watkins Glen especially, that's your bread and butter. I guess with the pasta chasing you down, with Salos chasing you down, it was just a matter of waiting for mistakes, especially after that, especially after green flag pit stops where you got that little bit of a gap on you.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to make a mistake there, and it was probably going to be a close race to the end. I was gaining about a second a lap at that point on him, and then he spun, and then the rest of the race happened.
Well, I was going to say, even with the contact from Dylan there, bringing out the only caution of the race, still, I was going to say, you could have had Road America happen to you, and I think with the pace you had, you probably still would have beat everybody, but I'm sure that had to have been frustrating, at least at the moment.
Yeah, it definitely is. We're going to have a talk. And I was actually thinking after Salo's self-spun, thinking, how is this going to end like Road America?
Right.
It was almost the exact same scenario as Road America, and it almost happened again.
Yeah, well, I mean, you didn't have anybody barrel rolling in front of you, but regardless, yeah, we were watching the lap
Luckily.
cars, watching you catch lap cars and say, oh, Lord, how's this going to go down? But,
Yeah, lap cars weren't too bad.
yeah. So, yeah, I believe we're on an off week next week, but you figure you can keep the streak alive coming 2 weeks?
No, not Talladega. I don't think I can win Talladega.
Yeah.
I'm not great at Talladega, but
That'd
the
probably
rest of
be,
the races are pretty good for me.
I figure
So,
that'll probably be the crapshoot right there. Probably get the third winner then. I watch Skylar end up dominating.
yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you got anything for him, Zach?
No, straight up, you were definitely the fastest for that race. Yeah, no, other than that, pretty much covered everything there. Is nicely done.
Thank you.
Not really got any questions for you.
All right, and that's Will Viola, your race winner for the 4th time this season in OSCC competition.
User left your channel.
I want to thank y'all for sticking around for the race this evening, despite some technical difficulties and glitches and such. But still a fun race all around. What do you take away from this, Zach?
Yeah, no, I wasn't there for Road America, but this definitely had a decent amount of parity mixed with that competition that gave it enough spice to really help it stand out across other races this season. Heck, other races this season has also been entertaining, don't get me wrong, but this is definitely up there. I feel like just how it went down in terms of just being interesting. Still had the dominant car win the race, and there were still some interesting things to note throughout.
Right on. We're going to go ahead and call it a night over here on ORB with Zach Armstrong. This is Robbie Govan bidding y'all a good night and a pleasant tomorrow.